Now at 9, with SNAP benefits on hold, the Houston Food Bank is stepping in. We're live at today's event at NRG to show how volunteers are helping Houstonians in need. Plus, new research suggesting COVID during pregnancy could affect babies' brain development. We'll explain the findings later this morning.
Live from KHOU 11, your news starts now.
And we're taking a live look in downtown Houston this morning as we begin another Saturday and another new month. Good morning and thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Katira Winfrey in for Trace and Bragg, joined by meteorologist Chris Ramirez. Chris, I love the fall. When I stepped outside, it was nice and cool, and you said we have some more of that cool weather.
We do. We do have more of these fall-like temperatures on the way, especially as we head into the weekend. But here's a look at radar.
And breaking overnight, a domestic dispute turns deadly in North Houston. Police say an argument between two men outside a woman's home ended in gunfire. It happened around 3 this morning on Lucky Street near Acres Homes. Officers arrived to find a man lying in the driveway with multiple gunshot wounds. They tried to save him, but he died at the scene. Investigators say the man was the woman's ex-boyfriend who showed up at her house. Police tell us her friend, who was also there, got into an argument with him that escalated into a shooting. The shooter stayed on scene and is cooperating with police so far. No charges have been filed. Now to Northeast Harris County, where a motorcyclist is dead after a crash in a construction zone in Humble. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says it happened around 9 o'clock last night along FM 1960 near Moonshine Hill. Deputies found a man lying in the roadway when they arrived. Paramedics pronounced him dead at the scene. Investigators say no other vehicles were involved and the area was dark and under construction when the crash happened. During the investigation, deputies say another driver ignored the roadblock and went the wrong way down FM 1960. That driver was detained after smoke was seen coming from the vehicle. Meanwhile, the victim's name has not been released. And we have new video this morning out of the Middle East where violence is once again escalating in Gaza. Israeli airstrikes killed at least 3 people yesterday, according to Gaza health officials. This is the 4th day of strikes since Prime Minister Netanyahu ordered action after alleged ceasefire violations by Hamas. Meanwhile, 30 Palestinian bodies were returned by Israel to Gaza as part of the ceasefire exchange for Israeli detainees. And taking a live look from our nation's capital this morning as the federal government shutdown is now in its 32nd day. As the effects are truly starting to hit home for millions of Americans, a federal judge has stepped in to keep food stamp or SNAP benefits from running out. The program, which helps more than 40 million Americans put food on the table, was set to lose funding this weekend because of the shutdown. A federal judge ordered the administration to use emergency funds to keep those payments going, but it's still unclear when that money will reach families. The Agriculture Secretary says the situation shows how much the stalemate in Washington is hurting real people. About 1 in 8 Americans rely on SNAP, many of them children and seniors. Other programs like WIC and Head Start could be next to lose funding if the shutdown continues. And here at home, the Houston Food Bank is stepping up to help families feeling the impact of the government shutdown and the uncertainty around SNAP benefits. They're hosting a mass food distribution event this morning at NRG Stadium to make sure no one goes hungry. Michelle Choi is live there now. Michelle, this event started just moments ago. What are you seeing so far? Imagine the uncertainty for families, but the gratefulness for the volunteers stepping up to help. Thank you, Michelle. And we'll be checking back in with Michelle in just a moment, but we've put together a list of other food distribution events scheduled to help federal workers who aren't getting paid during the shutdown. You can text the word food to 713-526-1111, and we'll text you back with the dates and locations and website where you'll need to pre-register before you go. And the time is now 9:08, all new and up next. Hundreds of finance jobs are being eliminated in Texas, the two institutions handing out pink slips as the banking industry continues to tighten. Plus, we're taking you to Missouri City for the sights and sounds of the Houston area's spookiest street on Halloween night. Welcome back. The time is now 9:11, bringing us to a look at some of the morning's other top stories. Two of Texas's biggest banks are cutting jobs as the financial sector faces continued pressure. Wells Fargo will eliminate 225 positions at its Lubbock Support Center by December as a part of a plan to close the site. Meanwhile, Fort Worth-based Colonial Savings is shutting down its servicing division, impacting 130 workers through next July. Both companies say these layoffs are permanent and affected employees are not unionized. These cuts reflect broader trends across Texas and nationally, with high interest rates slowing mortgage demand and automation driving banks to scale back operations. Nearly 55,000 crate and barrel dining chairs have been recalled because the legs could break, posing a fall hazard. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the Anna dining chairs were sold at crate and barrel stores and online between January 2021 and January of this year. You should stop using the chairs immediately and contact the retailer for a replacement. It is all or nothing for the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight after the team forced a Game 7 in the World Series. Kike Hernandez secured his team's victory with a game-ending double play in the 9th inning. Tonight's game is a must-win. Toronto is playing a Game 7 in the World Series for the first time ever. They haven't won a series since 1993. The Dodgers won their only World Series Game 7 back in 1965. And Chris, I don't really have a dog in this fight. You know, the Astros aren't in it, but I guess if I had to pick a team, I would pick the Dodgers because I guess their last win, my dad was 3.
Okay, that's interesting, you know?
I was thinking, I was like, well, do I care about them? What
No,
I do
we
care
don't.
what I do care about is this fall weather. I told you earlier that I'm all for it. I've been waiting on this.
Katira?
Ooh, an extra hour of sleep and cool weather to sleep in. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm done. Okay. Well, the time is now 9:17 after the break. Expecting moms, take note. COVID during pregnancy may raise babies' risks for autism and other brain disorders. What a new study is revealing next. Welcome back. This morning, new research showing expecting mothers infected with COVID-19 can pass on a serious complication to their unborn child. A new study from Massachusetts General Hospital finds those children have a higher risk of developing autism and other disorders, including speech and motor skill problems. The research also shows boys are at a greater risk than girls for neurological disorders when the mother is infected. And the study looked at more than 18,000 mothers and their children born early in the pandemic. Many of the mothers were not vaccinated against COVID-19 because the shots were not widely available at the time. And the time is now 9:21, still ahead. It was a big Halloween matchup last night in LaPorte. Jason Bristol has the highlights in our DQ Game of the Week. A live look from the Johnson Space Center this morning. The time is now 9:30. Thanks so much for being up with us this morning. I'm Katira Winfrey in for Trayson Bragg. Meteorologist Chris Ramirez is here with the first look at the forecast. Chris, we have to get through some rain, but we have cool weather on the other side.
That is the case.
Overnight in northwest Houston, a motorcyclist is dead after a crash on Veterans Memorial Drive. Investigators say a car was stopped to turn into a private drive when a southbound motorcycle collided with it. The motorcyclist was thrown from the bike. Emergency crews performed CPR at the scene, but he was pronounced dead. The car driver was not injured, and deputies tell us there were no passengers. Authorities are still investigating whether intoxication could have played a role. And now to a tragic update this morning. We've learned 2 children hurt in a crash involving a Baytown police cruiser have died. The crash between the cruiser and a minivan happened last Thursday night along West Baker Road at Country Club Drive. Baytown police say The officer was responding to a call and had the green light when he collided with the minivan. And 8 and 10-year-old siblings were killed. 2 other siblings are still in critical condition. In a statement from Baytown Police, Chief John Stringer said in part, "As a father, I feel this loss deeply and my heart breaks for everyone involved. We extend our sincerest condolences to the family during this heartbreaking time." And Officer Michael Hightower, who was also hurt, is out of the hospital recovering from surgery. Also this morning, we're hearing from the sister of a man at the center of a shocking death investigation. She's remembering her brother as fearless, funny, and sweet. Now, last week, police found 46-year-old Jeremy Carnes hanging from under the 610 North Loop Bridge near Kirkpatrick. His body had been partially burned. Carnes' sister tells us her brother was a father of 2 who struggled with homelessness and other issues, but was deeply loved.
You know, we just always felt blessed when he came home. We felt blessed when he called. You know, there was always an open door for him. But, you know, that's the life that he chose, that he wanted. So I was just hoping he would get old and give it up and come home. So.
Oh, so sad for that family. Now, investigators are still looking into how Carnes died and who else might have been involved. They're also looking for his dog. Police are asking anyone with information to give them a call. And now to new details about a potential terror attack in Michigan. The FBI says it stopped it from happening and has multiple people in custody. The FBI took action after undercover operatives monitored an online chat about an ISIS-inspired attack. FBI agents have been seen going in and out of homes in Dearborn and Inkster. The suspects allegedly took firearms training, and law enforcement stepped in when the suspects mentioned Pumpkin Day, which they believe was a reference to Halloween. At least 2 people are under arrest and others were taken in for questioning. Sources say they range in age from 16 to 20. In the latest on the government shutdown, millions are seeing delays in critical food aid and SNAP benefits remain on hold. 2 federal judges have ordered the Trump administration to use emergency funds to keep the program running. President Trump says he's asked administration lawyers to clarify how SNAP can be funded legally. Even so, benefits could still be delayed since it takes over a week to load cards in many states. And that's exactly why places like the Houston Food Bank are stepping up to help. Let's get back out to Michelle Choi live this morning at the bank's food distribution event at NRG Stadium. Hi, Michelle. Are people moving through those lines now? Well, the time is now 9:39, still ahead. Devastation in Jamaica. Hurricane Melissa wiping out homes and taking many lives. Now rescue teams are on the ground rushing aid to communities still cut off. Hurricane Melissa has devastated western Jamaica as an unprecedented Category 5 storm. At least 19 people have died, according to Jamaica's ambassador to the U.S. U.S. search and rescue teams are now on the ground helping communities recover. David Culver is on the ground near Black River, one of the hardest hit areas.
Now,
absolutely. I love seeing 70s and 80s on the board, Chris.
Yes.
Well, thank you. The time is now 9:47. Coming up, trick-or-treaters are waking up with a sugar rush after the spookiest night of the year. The sights and sounds from one terrifying block in Missouri City. But first, here's an offer for you all at home. Well, we hope everyone out there had a fun and safe Halloween last night. In Missouri City, trick-or-treaters flocked to Robinson Road, also known as Nightmare on Candy Cane Lane, where neighbors go all out with decorations every year. Maria Aguilera brings us some of the fun. And we hope you're ready to fall back. Daylight saving time ends tonight, so don't forget to turn your clocks back 1 hour before you go to bed. Expect earlier sunrises, darker evenings, and an extra hour of sleep Sunday. It's also the recommended time to test your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Awesome, sounds like a win for all of us. Thanks for being up with us. I'm Katira Winfrey.
And I'm Chris Ramirez. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy this moment of Zen.